Hi, this is Camilla Blossom, and welcome to Fairy Activism, Lionsgate 88. And I'm just really excited to we have a beautiful group of people, more joining in. Some of you will watch this later, which is great. But I just wanted to give an opportunity for all of us who are really into working with the elementals, the fairy realms, nature, Mother Earth, the star nations, whatever way that you work, that we have an opportunity to join together and like bring our mastery or our learning or desire to learn to this place, to be together in community and to work energetically, spiritually, on behalf of all the beautiful dragons and elves and fairies and mermaids and gnomes and plant spirits and tree spirits and all the different beings. So I'm just really thrilled that you could all come and be with me in this community. I was just at the Fairy Congress a few weeks ago. I think some of you were there, and some of you are joining today. And we had this discussion about like, what is fairy activism? And for those that are kind of new or don't know me as well, or what does that really mean? And I just wanted to share a little bit about that because I did a workshop on that and we discussed it, and it was really interesting to see like how different everyone's expression of fairy activism is. And so to know, like for each one of us, it can look very different. It could be that you're a gardener and you love to be in your garden and plant things. It could be that you talk to the trees. It could be that you are a visionary and you're working on the planet and doing light work there. So really give yourself permission to be yourself and express your gifts in any way. And then when we come together, each one of us is playing this really valuable role of anchoring and expressing your unique essence, your connection through the power, like your power through your connection with these different realms. And then we can come together and create something exponentially amazing. And so, so that's really my intention to, being urged to step up a little, get out of the woods and be in public more, to share with all of you and connect that way and see how we can co-create together. So I wanted to share kind of this sort of working definition of fairy activism, just to kind of spur that energy here. And to me, it's a lot about co-creating with fairy realms, as I said, and both on the personal and planetary healing level. And so, but to me, it's really a movement. Like we are in a movement now to listen to the earth, to give instructions to the fairies and the realms. They want that. They want to hear from us. They want to help us. We want to help them. So we're really learning. We're really in the beginning of learning how to open and remember what our ancestors knew, like how we work together. So it's really that nature's realms of seen and unseen beings are waiting for instructions. They keep saying it that way, instructions. So however you work to work with us on behalf of all creation. And so it's really a nature spirit practice. For me, it's both attunement and spiritual activation. So if you think of that word activism, it can mean activation. And so what I feel like we're doing together and in our lives is attuning ourselves to these different energies, these different spirits, learning about them, being introduced to them, learning about their energy. That's kind of an attunement. And then the activation is really being able to work on with these different beings and to be activated in that way so that you can start integrating how that works, embody it, and then share that and actually work with them more in a safe way. And so I feel that this meditation I'm going to be doing shortly is an opportunity for attunement and activation. We have this huge energy today, the 8-8, the new moon of Leo, as well as the Lion's Gate. A lot of fire dragon energies coming in. And there's just a real desire to work with our hearts, with our solar plexus, with our power, the power of love, to create and open to this next level. And I'll share some things. I was doing some planetary work before I got on this call with a woman I work with a lot on kind of the bigger planetary stuff. And it was really interesting. A lot of times when we get together, there's like a lot going on and we have to do a lot of intense work. And this time it's like, oh my gosh, the energy is so incredible. It's beautiful. So I hope you're feeling that. But whatever you're feeling, you're welcome. And this is an opportunity to receive, to open, to step forward into this 5D, into this higher octave energies. And even to ask, like give instructions to the dragons or whoever to help you if that's what you need. So, and fairy activism can take many forms. We can be spiritual stewards of the land, physical stewards, light workers, visionary workers, work with plant spirit medicine, crystalline grids, gardens, political activism, advocacy, to combine the words there, working with plants, wildlife, water, and all of creation. And I guess one of the keys about this too is that we're not doing this solo. Like even when we do it alone, you know, I do a lot of things on my own, and we all do. Like if we can see that we're not doing it alone, if we can open ourselves and join with the land council, join with the fairies, join with these different spirit beings, then that's the power. That's really, to me, true spiritual power, is when you have strong relationships with all these beings and you work with them. And then from there, it's like, you know, really magic can happen. And then when we come together in a group and do that, it's like, whoa, like it's very powerful. And for those who haven't done this before, I do have past ones we've done on different subjects on my YouTube channel. So feel free to check that out. So yeah, partnering with the fairy realms is really the key to the fairy activism. So today, like I say, I don't usually know what the meditation is going to be. I'm just going to open and bring through a guided meditation. I'll be doing, I decided to like make up the invocation, which is the calling in of all the fairy realms and the grandmothers and the different spirits we're working with. And I also decided to like write it up. So if anyone wants it, like at the Fairy Congress, people really liked it. And that way you can go home and do it yourself. So if that's something you want, just email me and I'll send you a copy of it. But that way you can kind of have a good kind of different view of how to invoke the spirits and work with them yourself. So maybe I'll start with, I kept thinking of this little picture. Whoops, wrong one. Preparing for this, because it just felt like such a perfect example of kind of what this Lion's Gate is about, or what it feels like. And I don't know what people's experiences have been, but this week I ended up, you know, we've had this huge kind of window. It's not just today, it's sort of this last week, and then the next some days into the future is this whole period of time where this amazing alignment with Earth, the Sun, Sirius, with the Orion's belt. And one of the things I heard someone say, and I just felt like it was such a beautiful thing, was that you can think of the sun, our sun, like shining on us and on our skin, like shining on our skin, our beautiful earth sun. And then they said that Sirius is also a great sun. And think of it as shining on your soul. And so just taking a moment to feel that warmth and that love, that not only do we have this beautiful sun of the earth shining on our skin and warming us, warming our heart, but today there's this very powerful portal where we can feel that our soul has a sun shining on that. And the sun is, as you know, so powerful. And especially for these times, they can help us maintain our immunity and open to our evolutionary process. So anyway, this picture really felt like what I was experiencing these last few days was a lot of healing coming up about inner child, sort of the kitty inside, and then also masculine and feminine and sort of betrayal of the masculine in my case. And so I was recognizing that there's some themes that tend to come through for these different periods of time. And so just to open to the healing from this portal. So yeah, you may feel like a kitty, or there might be parts of you, your inner child, or parts of you that are very gentle and soft, but there's that other part that really, that wild king or queen that wants to feel like a leader, feel like someone who's just really stepping into your gifts, your power. So you can play with that image a little. So yeah. So anyway, that new moon, just a little bit more about the new moon energy in Leo. As we know, Leo is about play, it's about passion, it's about creativity. And so there is a lot of playful energy. It's also the heart and the solar plexus, our sense of power. And as I mentioned before, I think it's important to recognize power, not just in the old style patriarchal power over. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. It's really about our relationship with ourselves, relationship with the Mother Earth, with the fairy realms, with the elementals, with the sun, with source. And so I just invite everyone to join me in using this time together as an opportunity to really evolve and walk through this doorway. I was working, as I say, before this call, and I was drumming and seeing with each drum beat, there was another like heart connecting into this portal and moving through. And so I'm seeing that there's this opportunity for us to just choose if we want to move through this with grace and with intention and with the desire to, commitment to our evolutionary path. So yeah, so I think we're going to dive in here in a minute. I just want to see if there's anything else. I think we'll just go ahead. So one of the, I'm going to do the invocation in a minute. And so we're just going to get set up here to dive into our meditation. And then afterwards, I'll give a chance for people to share. If something comes in the meantime, feel free to put a little comment. I'll try to read them. If I'm in the middle of somewhere, it might be a little difficult. But so this morning, I got this image of this kind of medicine man or woman that had a big like crown. I don't even know what to call that. And so it reminded me of sort of this solar expression of beauty of the self around the head. And I was kind of shown for us to start with some breathing and just gentle movement with our arms to enter into this state of the Lion's Gate and this new moon. So So yeah, just find a comfortable place. And after we do this, if you want to lay down or get comfortable, feel free. So we're gonna connect with the crystalline grid of Mother Earth through our feet and roots, and then connect above into the crystalline grid of the sun. And if you'd like to do these arm motions, kind of an extension to allow your auric field, your inner sun expression. Just imagine that you have this beautiful symbolic plate circle around the back of your head, like a crest, a crown, part of your majesty. I'm going to just take a couple breaths to expand that, expand your aura out, using your breath, using your arms, and just sort of seeing your leadership, your royalty, your beauty. You might get some colors. If you're a feeler, really go into the feeling of this. And know sometimes we see by feeling deeply. I'm just going to drop in together. Nice. And you can bring your arms down and then just get comfortable. And this is an altar I'll share later, but I placed an altar for the day, for the cards, with the dragon. And take a look for a moment. And then we have the fire dragon, Andrea Dumbeki Drew. So I invite you to get centered. And we'll do the Fairy Activism Invocation. So just move your energy into your own body. We're creating sacred space all around us. I'd also like to honor the Native American or Indigenous tribal people of all the lands where we come from. In this area, it's the Cowlitz, Chinook, and Yakima. And so we'll do that for all the places that all of you are at this moment. We are here to honor the sacred beauty and spirit of this place, Mother Earth. I give my offerings of love and gratitude to open the door in loving relationship. And we humbly ask permission to enter your magical world, to connect and co-create with the beneficial spirits of land and water. Please help me ground my energy and roots deep into your core. So just imagine your roots going deeply from your tailbone, your feet, your head, and your aura. And connect your body with the crystalline grid of Mother Earth. This is the oneness. And this is our communication system. And then connect the crystalline grid of your own body, honoring those waters and that crystalline nature of yourself with the sun and the cosmic sun above. And open yourself as a channel of the Christed solar light between heaven and earth. So up and down through your central channel. And then in each direction of the crossroads, the east, the south, the west, and north. And fill your body with air, fire, water, and earth, and invite the elementals of each of these elements to join us. And in the center, we blend with the ethers, the fifth element. I call upon the fairies and earth spirits of Mother Earth to join us now. I ask you to create a sacred space of the highest light and love of creation. I call in the Devic spirits of the land, water, mountains, sky, forests, and valley. I call in the elemental mermaids, the fairies, dragons, gnomes, sylphs, elves. I bless the elements, elementals of Mother Earth as creators of our world. Mer, Fe, Pele, Gnome. Mer, Fe, Pele, Gnome. Mer, Fe, Pele, Gnome. I call in and honor the healed and whole indigenous ancestors of land. And if you'd like to invite your own healed and whole beneficial ancestors as well. I call in the ancient ones, the grandmothers, the grandfathers, the goddesses, the trees and whales and stone beings. I call in the plant realms, the animal realms. The mineral and crystal realms. I call in the guardians, protectors, and land council to hold our sacred space. And I call in the beneficial nature spirits and magical beings, unicorn, and others that bless our Mother Earth. Thank you, thank you. So it is, and so it is. So we gather here together in circle with these beautiful beings at this powerful time. And invite you to weave this circle of wholeness as a collective and also in your own being. And this is an opportunity to receive heart healing, healing of your power center, your creativity. And healing for our planet and the collective. I'd like you to attune with the energy of the 8 and that infinity symbol. And allow that to enter your field. And we're going to bring our heartbeat together as one. I'm going to drum for a moment and synchronize. Hopefully you can hear this. Synchronize your heartbeat with all those in our group and the heartbeat of Mother Earth and all the elementals and fairies and beings. And with this drum beat, we receive protection from all energies that are not of love. And as we journey, I invite you to either go with your own guidance where you are drawn. Feel free to just journey. Just plan on coming back with the group when we complete. And if you're going to listen and journey with me, just feel free to listen and follow along. And we'll just see what wants to happen here. So right now I'm seeing a lot of fairies, and so they're really excited you're here, and they want to infuse all of us, our hearts and our bodies and our energy systems, with as much love as we can carry or hold or open to. So I just invite you to be in that receiving state and just allow. Some of them are flower fairies. There's all different kinds, all different multidimensional kinds of beings, and they want to bring a blessing, very playful and joyful. And so, even if you're going through some struggles or hard times, if you can let yourself surrender and receive, they are blessing you. Some of them are using magic wands to bless your heart. I'm seeing the unicorns and their alicorns going into different people's hearts as well. And so they're kind of opening us and preparing us for this beautiful spiritual activation or initiation or whatever it is. And I want to honor the lion. I've been feeling the lion so strongly, that beautiful being that can be so gentle and loving, or I feel that energy. So, whatever you feel with the lion. And any guides that you work with, personal guides or fairies, beings, feel free to call them in to be with you, work with you. And if there's one that's standing out that wants to kind of be your guide for today, for this journey, just open to that. And just inviting, I think because of this Leo new moon, there's a lot of childlike, playful energy. So I know many of us have had challenges in that way. So I'm going to invite you to tune in for a moment to that inner child within, and just give him or her, give them love. And also with that um, movement we were doing before, it's really tune into that higher self of you, of yours. Your higher self is your spiritual self. And I invite you to invite your inner child to connect with your higher self, your spirit, and feel that love, not just from you, but from your higher self, your highest spirit. You can even sort of see them coming, merging together into more light. Nice. I'm seeing that. And I used this the other day when my inner child was having difficulty, and just allowing her to enter the love and the heart space of my higher self. And it was like, whew, it just opened up this kind of sun, this light. And then imagining that sunlight that's within you, you know, your higher self is a spirit, your body self. Like, look at where that great central sun resides inside of you. So that in your solar plexus, your heart. Like, imagine where that sun really wants to shine brighter. Nice. You can play with this and shine all of them together so they become one as well. The sun of your third eye, the sun of your heart, the sun of your solar plexus. Yeah, just shining them so bright that they merge, and then you become this great sun. And we have the dragons here. And so each one of you has, you may have been working with them, but if you haven't, like, welcome this fire dragon that is your fire dragon, or an aspect of you, or there with you, however you see this. And they're telling me that if you'd like to imagine, like if you would like to be initiated by this fire energy, this fire dragon, which is our kundalini, our creativity, it's healing of the womb and hara, our creativity, that they're working with our crown chakra right now, opening up that area in order to welcome them into your body, to fill it up and kind of merge and inhabit and enlighten your body even further. So just do this really gently. If it doesn't all happen now, that's fine. It can be, attunement, activation that you do over time. But if you'd like to receive that and imagine this fire dragon or this just energy of fire, this energy of love, this energy of passion, creativity. And if there's any like stuckness or hard time making a decision or hard time stepping up, being a leader, anything that's going on that feels in need of kind of an oomph or a reactivation, new upload, a step forward. Because this portal is a chance to kind of move up in our evolution, in our power, in our essence, and our gifts, and our remembering. So just allow yourself to receive however the dragons. I'm seeing for some people, the dragon might just be sending like flames into your body through your crown. It may come in through the back of your heart as well. Because the back of the heart is sort of the heart's desire. It's where the child knows what it wants most. So just allowing yourself to receive the warmth, the sense of home, being with these beings. And just letting the beings kind of be around you, knowing it's safe to connect with them and receive. And if you do have something that you need support with, you're welcome to like express that to them, even telepathically or say out loud that you would like help, you would like support, you would like a new home, you'd like to grow, you'd like more abundance. This new moon is a powerful opportunity to shine brighter and open to new energies. And the grandmothers, spirit grandmothers, guides are supporting you, celebrating you. And wherever you're at now is beautiful. It's not about change, it's just about surrendering to who you are, to your heart. And now I'd like to open more to a journey that our guides would like to do together. And my sense is they want us to journey to a place that feels like home. And that could be really different for each one of us. So don't put any expectations on what that is. But I'm just going to guide it and invite you to either ride your dragon, fly with your guide, run on the earth, dive into the water in whatever way you feel guided, and we're just gonna follow this journey, and then I will call you back from it and ask you to return with us as well. So ask your guide um, to usher you forward. And even if you don't get a sense of what you're doing or where you're going, just know that you are, even if you're just resting or just getting not too many images, just know that your being is going on this journey um, to your home. And that can be a home within, a home, in the cosmos, a home on the earth. And so, but on this way, we are going to ask for this portal to be the place that we enter on this journey. So I invite those who wish to do that to consider moving with their guide and moving through this 8-8. We're kind of right on this portal height to just with intention move through this doorway, this portal, this gateway, whatever you want to, whatever you visualize or see it or sense it, move through that energy with your being. And that might even create a kind of shift in relationship with going home or what that means. And keep the playfulness in this. I'm seeing these beautiful colors of purples and blues and yellows and allowing this beautiful symbol. You can even see like the infinity symbol, the eights, and use those as the portals to dance through, to ride through. And then I invite you just to go trusting the lead of your guide, the spirit, this fairy, this dragon, this grandmother, whoever it is, that this spirit wants to take you home. Yeah, and just to know I'm checking in with everyone, and everyone went to their own special place. And just as much as you can, receive and be tuning to these energies, opening to these energies, even if you don't see anything. If you do see anything, you can start opening to what it is you're seeing. Is this a place on the earth? Is it on a planet? Is it in the clouds? Is it inside yourself? Just be in that beautiful energy of home. Coming with that sense of unconditional love and acceptance of you in what you need in this moment. And I can see lots of beings with each one of you, your own guides and your own, the beings that came to be part of this. And for some of you, I'm seeing dragons that have taken you into like cave places and nudging you to open your treasure trove, your treasure chest. Seems to be a common theme with the mermaids and the dragons. There's a lot of mermaid energy, water energy on the altar today as well. You may be in water too, in the womb of creation. In a sense, you are in that womb of creation, wherever you landed. And we're going to do a kind of DNA activation for you that's like it's an alignment, telling me it's an alignment, an anchoring, and an attunement to like remembering those aspects of yourself that you really want to bring forward at this time to just help you have more momentum and power and love, and passion. It's like giving more fire to who you are already and to what you want to create and give to the world. And so just allowing being home to be a place that you can receive these energies that are familiar, that are you, that are remembering, and also kin and family, um, that maybe you've missed, or even ones that have you've lost, family, friends that you've lost. And just allowing that love that all these beings from your home and the land itself and the trees, they all love you so much. So wherever you ended up, just kind of look around and see who's around you and let yourself receive. You can almost like state, you love me, you love me, you love me. And as much as you can receive the love. And also this activation of love in your DNA. They want to, looks like they're upgrading all of us to that next level of evolution, activation. And also I can see a lot of the infinity symbol helping us, like, yeah, I'm kind of seeing too this like breaking free energy. Like the more love we can accept and open, this new energy, the more those kind of hard things, the karma, the crusty old stuff, I can see some of that breaking up for some of you. So just letting that kind of break up and off. You can even see or get a sense of, you don't need to know everything to let it go. You don't need to always go into the struggle again. Just stay in the feeling place. You can shake it off to move around. And you can do that later too, to just kind of just seeing that like, whew, shaking it off your arms and legs and just like all that old stuff. We're having this huge ability right now to heal like never before. And so using this day and this moment to just shed this old, ego stuff, negative stuff, codependence, old energy, family stuff. And here you are at home too. You're at home within yourself, and you're around some of these beings who may have been participating in what you needed to learn. But we can sing the lion's roar. Like we're now able to go from that kitty state into the lion, into the dragon, and let our fire roar, let our fire be heard, be seen, be witnessed, be honored, and know that everyone here and myself and all these guides are witnessing you in your full expression. And I'm going to give a few moments just for you to have any interactions with the beings you're with, any other healing you need, any communication that would help you at this time. And also for you to hold that intention, strengthen that intention you hold for this time, this shift, this movement through the portal in your life. Nice, beautiful. In whatever way that home energy wants to be more anchored and infused and embodied in your own body and integrated, just allow that to um, happen. And any other frequencies you might need to support you. I'm seeing the dragons too. Like the Council of Dragons is around us, and they're in such support and love for each one of us, and um, sending a lot of beautiful fire or smoke or ash or energy, kind of coming into the back of our hearts, the back of our solar plexus, and making that available for us to um, enjoy and create more. And they will stay with each one of us who wants to work with them and connect that way. And so, this part of it, I'd like to move more into the planetary healing with all of you. You can continue and receive on that personal level, but the dragons are kind of, as a group, kind of calling us back into circle. So, if you want to complete your time at home and journey back to our circle, I'm seeing this really beautiful dragon circle that's actually turning into more of the infinity symbol that we're all like riding together, moving together, and dancing. And they want us to kind of plant this energy on the earth as well. Like there's a lot of dragons, different kinds of elemental dragons that work with the ley lines and the earth energies, the meridians of the earth, and the portals, and the different kinds of portals for the water, portals for the earth, the mountaintops. So we're just going to ask in what way we can be of service to support the Mother Earth. Yeah, I'm seeing different people in this group, even some of you working with a couple of people, taking these beautiful symbols and placing them in different places on the earth. Some in the Great Lakes. That was Duluth, and Lake Superior was coming in a lot the last few days. So putting in and just giving our love and energy to these elementals, these fairies, these different beings for their work with the earth, and the way we can flood this love that we're feeling from humanity, these different locations, different power spots, or your own home as well. And they're asking for some of us to be doing some dances after this call. Like if you want to do some movement on the earth to dance and move and circulate this energy. And also imagining this is sort of a good way to start coming back as well. Like your feet are on the earth, roots deep. So why don't we start, settling down, bringing our magical experience back down onto the planet, into the location where you are on the earth. You can also imagine that infinity symbol going through each hip to balance our hips. through our heart, through our chakra system. And then connecting that Kundalini fire of that you've worked with this dragon, connect that fire energy down through your feet, that chakra, down through your earth star, which is your ancestor chakra between your feet in the earth, and then down into the Mother Earth and to connect with her Kundalini energy, her fire. And you can breathe back and forth and just circulate that energy, because fire is energy too. So if you need more life force, this is a good one. And you can breathe in through your mouth open and then out through your mouth closed out through your nose. So you're just breathing in that fire, that energy. It's the energy of change, of passion, of light. So bringing that really into your body and letting what we just did really activate you in a physical way, activate your own cells, your own physical heart, your own womb and hara. Wow, I can see really beautiful, shining souls that you are being activated and shining with different colors. You can tune in and just see how you feel, see how you're, if you see, feel, sense, know, or just are having that experience of relaxation, rest, rejuvenation. And just feeling too this sense that each one of us kind of landing back on the earth, we opened in some way, and now we're able to channel, be a conduit for fairy activism, for the earth. So you can imagine like that your fresh energy moving into the earth as well, and circulating in where you are, bringing that cleansing, clearing, love energy, creativity. And this 5T, experience of we can step out of the status quo now and be our truth, be our authentic self, do what gives us love and passion and joy, and let these lions and dragons and fairies guide that and help us. But so much of, I'm a Leo rising too, so a lot of learning about self-love. A lot of this feels like we're a lot of learning for all us humans about self-love. So they brought us a healing for that and our ancestors. Yeah, and anything else that's sort of coming in that feel like we're starting to come back and ground together in the circle, kind of, woo. Nice. Just and be real gentle with yourself. This is really powerful energy. It's been going on, I guess, like a week and then another week, or I'm not sure what the full window is, but I think a lot of people have been feeling exhausted and transmuting a lot. And you know, a lot of these times we get together are all about transformation and the new, the new, the new. So just welcome whatever way and whatever rhythm that is, to be really super gentle. It can be treat yourself like a kitten at times or a lion at other times, right? I sort of really relate to that too, because there's sometimes I just want to be by myself and like a kitty on my couch and not really relate. There's a kitty. And not really have to like show up in a bigger way. But then to do something like this for me, it's like, okay, like I'm being called out to, um, yeah, the public things. And so it's like, I got to get my lion on, right? So I think that's a good reminder that dragons and the lions and can help us whatever way we're wanting to step up more. So I'm going to shift to gallery and kind of call people back that are ready to return, and love to either you can send a little comment, or if anyone wants to share, I'd love to hear from others. It feels really helpful to hear from others, anything they want to share, just to make it more grounded and real and connect with other people and places. But yeah, it just felt like such a beautiful healing for all of us, and also a way to spread this love all around. So I really appreciate that. So you can unmute yourself. Yeah, Dina. I think you can unmute yourself, but I can also do it. Okay.
Can you hear me? Okay. Hi. That was really beautiful, and I had done stuff this week that I wasn't really sure why I was doing it. Like I had a moment where I was like laying in the grass and I just started like humming and then like drumming on my chest, and that made sense right now. I was like, oh my God, I was drumming the earth, and then so much love and so much love for the dragons and just everything. It was just so much love. It was awesome. And there was one point where I was like in my space and I just felt this like light just psh, and I feel like that kind of like washed everything away. And it was like I feel like last week I was triggered by so many things, but I knew I was like, I'm being triggered. Let me figure out, like why are these still here? And I feel like those just kind of left. And then my last thing I just wanted to share that when I woke up this morning, I just had this vision of a diamond coming in through my head and going through my whole body and then going into the earth and shining out through the whole earth and then back up. And that made sense right there. I was like, oh my God, I was already, so it was awesome. So yay, thank you everybody. I enjoyed all of your energy. It was beautiful and it was awesome. It was perfect. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
For sharing. Yeah, the diamond, it's been coming this week too. So yeah. Rebecca. Yeah.
So, right when you said the kitten energy, my kitten jumped up on me, pounced on me. So he was very aligned and drawn. Yeah. He was like, I am being called to lay on your heart right now.
Yeah, we need our kitties for healing.
Yeah, so that was a nice literal experience. But yeah, it was very beautiful. It felt just so loving, and I just that's what I received, and that's what I got, is that because I always felt a little like, oh, there's so much power right now. It's so powerful. It's a little bit daunting somehow, like to know how what is that, but just to get that it's really just love. That's what it is. Letting it in, letting these lovely beings just lay on us like a cat, like lay on us and lay in us, and let ourselves listen hard as we would listen to. So just that we can do what we love. Like as we do what we love. I was also laying on the grass, similar to what you said, Dina, like just to do what we love, and that in that allowing the beings that love us can have access to us and can work with us. So thank you.
That's well said. I love that you give when we love, right, and move our resistance, we give access to all of this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And to our power, because our power is the relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
with all that. Thank you for sharing, Rebecca.
Thank you for doing it. It's beautiful.
Anyone else? I know some of you I don't know, but Kelly and Ellen and Sandy, Monique. Yeah, it's nice to see all of you. I haven't seen some of you for a while, so thanks for joining us. I'm also curious, like, if people went specific places home. Like, that was interesting. That just came in. And it was like, oh, okay. Like, what feels home for people? Yeah.
I was surprised because I have worked a bit with finding soul houses and had difficulty. But when you had us go home, where I went was a very interesting and very different place. And anyway, it was great for me. Thank you so much.
Well, I was wondering if I should wait to go through the 8-8 portal before or after, but it was like, no, go now. And then it almost felt like it was going to change where we go, because it was, I'm getting a big chill on that like where we used to feel at home, might change. So interesting. Yeah. To have that show up. Sandy. I might read this because I don't know if she can get on here. From Sandy in Texas. Wonderful from the beginning of the arm movements, which generated total auric tingling. It's such a surprise. Kiki, my salamander guide, came in and joined me on a river while sitting on the bow of a canoe I was in. This canoe floated past a huge cliff area of giant boulders, which transformed into an opening. This allowed the canoe to float into the cavern that looked like an amethyst geode. The Archangel Council of Light was with me also. I learned this morning, just before our group, that I was exposed to a friend in our water exercise class who was just diagnosed with COVID. I asked all of those to transmute the COVID energy so that I have no illness from the virus. Thank you so much. Monique, okay. Monique, she's in the UK. Thanks for joining us. This was gentle yet powerful and beautiful. Thank you. There were so many beings all around, so much resonated. I have my Kundalini quartz with me. Thanks for sharing that. And I want to speak, I just happen, like the sun energy I've been really working with a lot because, all this plasma, this consciousness, I think a lot of us are feeling the power of that. But I also just happened to see this thing. Okay, Cassie. Yeah, it is 12, a little after 12:12. If anyone has to go, I just want to say thank you for being here. I do have some things coming up, and I'll stay on for others if you want to stay on for a little bit. On August 23rd, I have a Mother Tree class, and then in September, I'm doing a healer training, a land healer training. That's a 10-week program. So I just wanted to let people know about that. But if you have to step off, that's fine. But I'd like to, if anyone else wants to share anything, feel free. So the sun is the best remedy or vitamin D and vitamin D for the COVID, for the viruses. And that was from this doctor who was explaining all the stuff. And I'm like, I've been taking a lot of vitamin D. I've been in the sun. I've just been feeling that. So it's interesting that you shared that, Sandy. Just want to, so being in the sun. Kelly. Giant, thanks, Kelly. So does anyone else have any?
I just wanted to say also, I have my dragon jasper, my dragon blood, and I just picked it up and it was on fire. I just wanted to share that.
Cool.
And that's it. I gotta go, but I love you all so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I want to just show briefly the altar if I can. Yeah, this was the altar that I set up for this as well. And there's lots of cards here. I can send like a copy so you guys can see it in the by email. But yeah, a lot of dragon, a lot of water, a lot of transformation. So I just wanted to share that as well. Hi. Yeah, is there anyone else? You can also send by comment. Ellie, yeah. Do you want to be visible so we can see you? You need to unmute and if you want to be seen, but you can go next. I can't hear you, Ellie, so.
Okay, I think did I do it?
There you are. We can hear you now. Good.
Okay. Hi.
Hi. Thanks for joining. You got to because it was a Sunday, right?
Right. The thing that you said about home and how it might be different than where normally everything's different now anyway. So I started out with this new little dragon, Elidora, who you had mentioned came through on the property that's next to mine. When you did some work, you said there's a new dragon.
Oh, yeah.
So I started touching base because that dragon was really connected to me. So I got on that dragon's back with my mer angel beingness. I don't know how else to say it. And we flew over to River Song, which is my heart of hearts. And then I was on an eagle. It switched and I was on the back of an eagle. And the eagle was making this infinity pattern to where the east and west forks of the Hood River come together. So there's a water wheel there. I forgot about that. There's a water wheel there. And so it's making this infinity to the water wheel at River Song. So I was just flying this infinity pattern. And then I just continued to fly this infinity pattern and it came down through where I am. And then I was going back and forth like a cradle between Mount Hood and Mount Adams, just being rocked between Mount Hood and Mount Adams. And then I was on this dragon's back again, and I flew down through the Klickitat River into the grid lines of the earth over to Ethiopia. And we talked about home shifting and changing. And then all I could feel was this infinity pattern that kind of went through this grid line around the world. And then I'm just trying to think where I went from there. Mm-hmm. But and then I came back through the Columbia River Gorge and was doing this dragon kept doing this infinity pattern in the water and then out of the water and in the water and out of the water, all the way down through the gorge out to the Pacific Ocean. And then I came up through this old octopus tree there where I had buried a crystal many years ago. And then I was connected over into Mount Fuji in Japan. So I just kept traveling, and then I just kind of turned my brain off or whatever that happens. And I just continued with that energy until you said to come back into the body. And then I found myself just doing that energy, through my hips and through my ankles and down into the earth. It was such a lovely way of coming back into myself, but also back into the earth. And that's what happened to me.
Nice. So yeah. Wow. Cool. Yeah, of course. Grandmother Ellie does it.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thanks for being there.
I like that you feel that in too, like the infinity was going everywhere, right? Because it's
right. And also through this entire time together, I've been drumming on and off throughout the whole thing. And I could feel the connection with the other people drumming. Yeah. Right now, all over the world. So I felt that connection within that infinity energy, and also with Lord Metatron, the angel Metatron. Yeah, was also bringing energy down to ground what we were doing, what we are doing. Mm-hmm. So all that was happening at the same time. Wow.
Yeah. Well, thanks for bringing up the drumming, because I was working with Liz before this and the drum came in. And it was partly about my drum, like initiating it and upgrading it. Like I went through a process of initiation myself, and then my drum did. And I kept getting this kind of like make the directions on the drum. And now this drum is like a protector drum. Like whenever I drum it, like it just creates a whole field of protection, or this protection. And it was like, felt like all over the planet, there's the drumming grandmothers and the drumming. And then when I don't know if I said this earlier, but when I would hit the drum, like each time I hit the drum, I could see another soul from their heart, their light going into the 8-8 portal, and whoosh, and then they'd go through and, you know, have that initiation and open. And, you know, they're committed to moving on, right? And so it felt like the drum beat, like every drum beat was another soul's going through the 8-8 portal. It was amazing.
Wow.
So it's cool that yeah, thanks for sharing all that. My goodness, yeah.
Mhm. Well, thanks. Yeah, takes a village.
Yeah, it does. I wanted to share if Chantel was sharing with everyone, but I'll just read it because it's nice to hear from you, Chantel. I know she got really hot once the fire dragon showed up. I love it when we get these very physical experiences, right? And then home for her is a sun, which I just want to share too, that I work with solar dragons of different colors on the sun. So that's awesome that you're connecting in the realm where the ascended masters reside, with white temples near the waterfall, sitting with my golden eagle. Oh, sounds amazing and beautiful. Thank you so much. Thanks, Penny. Yeah, is there anyone else that wants to? Okay, I think I'll end the recording. If someone wants to stay on after for a moment, I'm free to do that. But for now, I just want to close up the circle and complete. So I'll do thank everyone. I want to give my gratitude to the beautiful souls that joined today in this fairy activism with all of our guides, with the fairy realms, the elementals, the ancestors, grandmothers, grandfathers, goddesses, ascended masters and angels, all the beautiful beings from all the different realms of spirit and energy. And thank you all so much for assisting and bringing this healing and alignment activation through. May it be gentle and delightful in how it integrates and becomes part of our bodies and our lives, and spreads through us to the Mother Earth and all other beings of light. So thank you. I wish to release the container and phoenix it and send that on its way, and open the circle, release the circle, and send everyone back to their perfect place. So thank you so much for this sacred time of fairy activism. And yeah, hope to see you again soon. Thank you.